and Goddess, or Monica if you want to be formal. So you guys, y'all have to stop waiting for the shoe to drop. You got to stop waiting for the shoe to drop. Okay, you're in this time, in this space where the shoe is not going to drop. Okay, I'm also seeing the energy of you're overcompensating and thinking you have to do more. You have to do more, because if you're not doing more, it shows that you don't have the effort, or you're lazy. You're not lazy. Okay, you actually need to like get some rest. Get some rest. You don't have to do more. Sometimes you have to sit and get some rest. Okay, this other shoe is not going to drop. You're on the right path. You have to believe in yourself. You're on the right path, okay? And it's I think that it's really something about maybe something in your past, or people in your past that made you feel like if you are sleeping, or it's kind of like this energy. Maybe somebody might have had somebody say this, to say, I'm sleep when I'm dead. Or you have to push tooth and nail into your making the money you want to make, and then you can pull back and calm down. No, you have to have balance. There has to be some type of balance, okay? So you don't have to, right now your goals are in sight, but I feel like you're going to be delayed if you do not get rest when you need rest. Because what's going to happen is you're going to burn yourself out. And when you burn yourself out, then that's when you will get into this lazy, not lazy energy, but it's like you'll pull back, but you'll pull back a little bit too much, okay? So stop burning yourself out, okay? Stop burning yourself out. Right now is the time to work with the energy that's being provided, not work against it. Because with you, it's different. And that's another thing that I must say. Wherever you are in life, you're in a space where you may understand energy a lot more fluently than others, okay? And because you understand energy more fluently than others, it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, if you're gifted, once you come into like the spiritual, once you come into the spiritual streets, okay, you have a certain knowledge, and you're gonna be held up to that knowledge, okay? So I always tell people, like, sometimes it's like when you get spiritual, you can't get away with everything like you used to. You can't get away with everything like you used to. Like, you'll get caught in a heartbeat just because, like, look, you were supposed to uphold this and you're not doing it. Okay, we got you. And it's like you get caught up in a heartbeat. So it's like one of those things. Sometimes it'll be a hard lesson. So it's like one of those things where it's just like, if you're feeling tired, it's time to sit down. It's time to sit down. Once you know about the energy, your guys are saying that since you know, and these are also for my people who are on the Most High's payroll, because I always say I'm on the Most High's payroll. So I always say, like, my light workers, you're on the Most High's payroll. You don't have to worry about the finances like how other people do. Not saying that you don't need to be grounded, because there's a level of groundedness that's needed, and I think that's where the sleep comes in, because you do have that level of groundedness, but you can't be grounded if you're not getting the rest, if you're not closing your eyes, if you're not resetting your brain, if you're not resetting your conscious energies and letting it retreat back into the subconscious to kind of energize itself. You cannot be grounded, so you don't know the ways to make the money that you need. So it's something about information coming in about you making them providing and providing the finances that you need to provide, or getting the finances that you need. They're trying to point you in the right direction, but you can't get the message if you're not getting rest, okay? Some of you guys may be dreamers. You guys may dream of directions, or you guys may get messages in your dreams, but you can't get the message in your dream if you don't have your eyes closed. So with the sun being down here at the end, after a period of getting some rest, it's like when you put in more effort, you will get the sun, but you'll burn yourself out even more, okay? Something too here about, I know that you're working hard and it's going to pay off, okay? But also, like, don't delay yourself, because you will get delayed if your hard work will definitely pay off, but there will be some delays if you don't stop burning yourself out, because the burning yourself out is causing a pattern, and this pattern is slowing you down. So if you notice yourself in a perpetual pattern where you're burning yourself out and then doubting yourself, and then burning yourself out, then doubting yourself, then burning yourself out, then doubting yourself, that is why you need to retreat a little bit, okay? Find a rhythm. I think that's what they want you to do. They want you to find a rhythm. So that way when you're juggling, because this is about juggling, this is not just about juggling, but this is about juggling a lot. A lot. And it's almost like you can handle it. You can handle it, but you have to find your rhythm. Other people don't understand how you can handle this much though. But you have to find the rhythm. You have to find a rhythm. Okay? Yeah, it's something about you juggling, and then you're getting into this energy of like self-confidence is low, self-esteem low. Yeah, things get delayed with the Chariot. Things get a little stagnant. Yeah, your guys are wanting you to work with. Your guys are wanting you to work with them. Your guys are wanting you to work with them. It's like this is a time to co-create. Okay, not only that, but there might be other people in your community that you can work with, that you can delegate some responsibilities to, so you don't feel like you're freaking juggling until your hands fall off and you fall with these pentacles or whatever. Okay, like I said, this energy of like feeling like you're juggling, you have to juggle, and if you don't juggle, then you're lazy and unmotivated. That's the devil's work. That's the devil's work. That's the you have to be chained to this, like this thought, this mentality. You have to work, and that's the only way you're gonna make it in the material plane is if you work, and if you don't, you're lazy. And it's just like, no, that is that energy that a lot of us get tied to, and is rooted in lack. And it basically says that if we're not constantly moving without thinking, of course, because you can't, there's no way that you can constantly be moving and then be sane. Okay. It ain't no way. Okay. You hallucinating. If you're see people that get sleep deprived, they are hallucinating. They're falling apart at the seams. Okay. And it's one of those situations where this is something that's rooted in lack that you might have learned from your past family members or whatnot. And this is the way they lived, and you're not here to live that life. You're here to be this empress or emperor energy. You're here to be in this empress energy. You're here to be in this sun energy. Okay. Also, for someone, it's not going to be for everybody, but somebody is having a baby. It might be a boy. If somebody's having a baby, it might be a boy. Because I see the sun, and then you're holding 2 kids here. So almost like the story for someone else is that you might need to get some rest and stop moving because you are pregnant. And if you don't know the sex, it might be a son. It might be a boy. I could be wrong. Somebody is here pregnant that needs to slow their ass down, though. Yeah, with the family card, yeah, it's definitely giving family slowing. You gotta slow down because you're carrying something inside of you. You need to slow down. Okay. Also with family, this is also landing on the delegating the chores and the tasks or other things to the community. It's family members that can take on some certain things, and you don't have to do everything alone. Okay. Stop thinking that you're alone in this, because you're not. And that's the thing. Another thing that sometimes we have to stop thinking. We think that because if you're building a career, oh, I'm building it alone. If you're doing this, oh, I'm doing it alone. Or you're doing that, I'm doing this alone. No, because just because you're doing that job alone doesn't mean that the other people in the background are the people that aren't, that can't do things or aren't doing things. You can delegate, and then sometimes they are. Sometimes all they're doing is waiting for you to ask or speak up. Tell them how you feel. Okay. So with that being said, just slow down. You got this. Nothing is going to pass you by. You are on the right track. You're on the right track. You have to believe that, because I feel like with the belief in that, then you'll actually be okay with slowing down. You have to believe. It comes in knowing. And I feel like you do know, but you just, because it's not here, you're doubting yourself. Stop doing that. Okay. Again, I am Young Goddess. Look, victory at the back. What I say? Bottom of the deck, the victory card. I'm Young Goddess. Once again, guys, if this resonates with you, let me know. Let me know in the comments. And you guys have a nice night. I'm tired. Bye.